Miles of underground piping carrying hot water has made the ground so green and playable, and this system, which costs Manchester City less than a reserve team player would cost these days, has meant that they haven't lost a single game through the weather in the 3 years the system has been in operation. But just a reminder that on the terraces at least it's still wintry, white and very cold. That section unoccupied today, and the crowd in the stands, which are under cover, will be very cold. Well, one man delighted the pitch is playable. Former City favourite Dave Watson signed this week by Stoke from Southampton. He plays his first game in Division 1 for 3 months, and his transfer to Stoke gives Watson the chance to prove he can still figure in Ron Greenwood's plans for the World Cup in Spain. Another England man with World Cup ambitions, of course, is Trevor Francis, who's in tremendous form at the moment, with 5 goals in Manchester City's last 4 matches. Well, Francis takes his place in a City team showing 2 changes. With Ray Ranson suspended, John Ryan, signed from Sheffield United only 2 days ago, makes his debut at right back, and Martin O'Neill is recalled in midfield. Including Watson, Stoke have 3 players making their full debuts today. The other 2 are left-back Steve Kirk and midfield player John Lumsden, 2 Scotsmen signed from East Fife a couple of seasons ago. With Adrian Heath having gone to Everton, Brendan O'Callaghan moves from centre-half to centre-forward. Today's referee, Gwyn Owen of Anglesey in Wales, who, like most of us, had a very difficult journey getting here, and will be hoping it's all been worthwhile. So it's Manchester City who kick off, attacking from right to left, and knowing that with Ipswich among the many victims of the weather, this is a marvellous opportunity to go back on top of the First Division table. Stoke City in the red and white stripes, and this is their first game in Division 1 for 5 weeks because of the weather. Johnson getting up well. Here's Chapman. Chapman realised then, as he dived on the ball, the free kick had already been given. Bracewell. Doyle getting in well and brought down surely from behind. City's free kick. So Dave Watson is coming forward, number 5, just coming into your picture there to join the very tall target force for Stoke City. 5 or 6 players in the side, over 6 feet tall. Evans. Difficult one, that. And it came off the head of McDonald for a corner. Young left-back Kirk, the man to take the corner. Easily clear, but only as far as Bracewell. That was an intelligent chip, and although Corrigan had it read well, it wasn't very far over the crossbar. As the corner came in from the left, it was half cleared by Manchester City. Bracewell realised that Corrigan was slightly off his line, but he's a big man, the City goalkeeper, and he read it well. Came off Reeves' head, so Caton's got to work hard to keep it in play, or at least stop it going for what would have been a corner. He concedes the throw happily.
Get ready, Lumby! Brendan!
Throw aimed at Chapman. It's Kevin Bond who reached it first, and Martin O'Neill was in the nick of time and the right place too to knock it behind as the ball came dangerously over from the right. So Stoke win their second corner in quick succession in the early stages of this game. Came off Hutchison's head, that, so it's another corner. Callaghan and Doyle, the men on the near post. A poor flat corner, that. Hutchison got it away this time, and not a bad effort coming in. The ball came spinning out to him from Lumsden. He really hit that one first time from a good 25 yards out, and it wasn't very far over the top. Looking for Francis and finding him. And that was a calm piece of play. Let's give him credit for it by Watson. It looked dangerously close, the back pass to Kevin Reeves, but Fox got there first. Callaghan flicking it on for Chapman, spreading it wide himself for Johnson. Play that by Bracewell, but McDonald intercepts. So Evans with a throw in for Stoke. Finds Bracewell. Evans again. Doyle is short for him. Away by Hartford, straight to Doyle. Here's Evans. Dangerous looking ball turned in towards Chapman. Callaghan battling well. Caton got the boot in the way, and it was Reid who charged down Johnson's shot. And City, in the teeth of a biting wind, just can't get out of their own half at the moment. Perhaps Hutchison can change things. Ryan. Francis chasing, and that means Watson can't give up the run himself, and Fox got there before either of them.
All right. Got to push that way a bit. Push him a bit wider, don't we?
Chapman finding O'Callaghan. Good ball that by Francis. Hutchison had more of the ball at his feet than any other player on this pitch so far. Ryan turning it on. Reeves forward to Francis. And the clearance in the nick of time by Evans. City's best attack so far, though. Ryan turned it forward. Reeves just diverted it into the right space for Francis to hit first time, and Evans was there to get it clear. Turned on by O'Callaghan. That's calmness for you. Caton was fouled as he went for that ball by O'Callaghan. Manchester City's free kick. Well, John Bond's expression and the upturned collar probably tells the story of a very disappointing match so far.
That's it, Donny. Push a bit. Over a bit.
McDonald. There's Evans. Good pressure being applied by Francis, who wins the throw. Well, £1 million or not, you've got to do everything sometimes as a footballer, including collecting the ball. And then collecting the game from the throw, and also collecting a pretty hefty knee in the back from Dave Watson. There's Reeves. McDonald. Plenty in the middle for him here. Wasn't a very good cross, though. Evans intercepted. Bracewell for Stoke. McDonald at least winning the ball back at the expense of a throw. Bracewell under pressure here. And so is Dodd. And Reid. Francis coming into space well, but Watson had read the situation. And here he is again. That was a foul, no doubt about that. Bracewell bringing down McDonald right under the gaze of the linesman. And the referee has a word with the offending Stoke player, whilst also awarding City a free kick. Hartford quickly taking it to Reid. A very good ball, but nearly a fatal error then by the young fullback Kirk, who in the end was at least calm enough to realise that Fox was coming off his line and was able to collect, which he did. Reed climbing high. Here's O'Neill. Turned on towards Francis, but the offside flag has gone up. Francis didn't know that and was quite right to go on anyway. And Fox was equally correct to make the save. But the linesman had flagged immediately the ball was played through to City's number 9. Unusual idea with Fox coming that far out of his area to take the kick himself. O'Callaghan flicks it on, and might well have paid off. Could still, but McDonald gets it back to the other keeper, Corrigan. Now O'Neill. Hutchison. He's got Lumsden and Kirk to get round, but taps it back neatly for Reed. And Doyle with the clearance. Here's O'Callaghan. Dangerous ball that. McDonald almost reached it before Bracewell, who finds Chapman. And 3 City players conspire not only to take the ball off Chapman, but to foul him as well. Richie Barker with a natty headwear, just instructing his players what to do for this free kick. And Lee Chapman is the man they're trying to pull around. Let's see if it works. No, Bond got there first. But here's O'Callaghan, good turn, and a very good goal. Well, whether it was the instructions from the touchline or not, that free kick was marvellously worked. And Brendan O'Callaghan celebrates his return to a striker's role by scoring his 2nd goal of the season. Barker off his seat, no wonder. As the free kick was played in, City were always in danger. O'Callaghan got the ball on the ground, turned quickly away from the defender. The right foot shot into the opposite corner. 1-0 to Stoke. So with 6 minutes to go to half-time, Manchester City, who started this game with the chance of going top of the First Division, now have a fight on their hands to get back on level terms. And here's Hutchison leading an early attack to do so. Got to the line well. Watson cleared, straight at Lumsden. I'm sure that wasn't deliberate handball. The City crowd are furious, thinking it was. And here's Johnson for Stoke. Kirk did well under pressure. Now Mike Doyle would enjoy nothing more than to lead Stoke to victory against his former club, Manchester City. There's McDonald. Doyle again. Difficult bouncing ball there for Caton. And Corrigan just stretches to prevent the corner. There's Kirk. Now Hutchison. Martin O'Neill. McDonald really spread that one wide for Ryan. Good hammered cross, and Reeves got a knee to it. The City players claiming that a hand was used then by Doyle. As the cross was really hammered in from the right, Reeves took it almost on his knee as he turned it goalwards, and the opportunity was gone. Johnson for Stoke. Let's not take over. O'Callaghan straight under his boot. And here's O'Neill. Now Tommy Hutchison. O'Neill again. These two combining well down City's right. They did to that moment anyway, but he did well, Hutchison, to find Reed, who rather overhit the cross. McDonald. Hartford under pressure there from Dodd. And Doyle dangerously close, and Fox saving the embarrassment of Mike Doyle then. He obviously didn't realise that Trevor Francis, of all people as well, was lurking then. As he turned the ball back towards Fox, Francis was only inches away from making contact. The goalkeeper did well. half-time whistle goes from the crowd for an undistinguished first half by the home side. But Brendan O'Callaghan will be delighted. With Adrian Heath gone to Everton, he's been moved back to the position he was signed originally by Stoke for, and he's rewarded them with a goal. Dave Watson, on his debut, has had a good firm game at the centre of the back four, and Stoke taking full advantage of the cold biting wind at their backs. Good value for their half-time lead. Manchester City 0, Stoke City 1. Well, the hat may not be too stylish, but the cigar is, and as Stoke City begin this second half with a one-goal lead, the wind is now against them, and they know too that Manchester City will surely improve on a pretty dismal first half performance. And already Reeves within feet then of making contact with that back pass, but Fox got there ahead of him. Good header that by McDonald. Reeves chasing, so too is Evans and Doyle. Reeves beat both of them. McDonald's cross, good looking one. Fox made it look so easy. It's good goalkeeping. Good cross too from McDonald. Reeves had done the hard work earlier, reaching the ball. McDonald's cross wasn't far off O'Neill, but Fox plucked it with confidence. Here's Chapman. Space on the right too for Evans. He turned it back a little too strongly though. Doyle. Evans again. Bracewell. Good play this by Stoke. The referee, in fact, I think had whistled for the earlier challenge on Bracewell. Stoke's free kick. The referee, I think, will not allow the game to continue until he's had a very strong word with Asa Hartford. In fact, he might do rather more than a strong word. He seems to have his notebook out. And indeed, the Manchester City captain goes into it. Doyle again with the free kick. And Caton winning it this time. Here's Hartford again. McDonald. It was intelligent taking that throw in so quickly. But Manchester City couldn't capitalise on winning the ball. Reed. Well, he made the best run of the first half, and again finds O'Neill well, who was strong enough to beat that tackle and find Hutchison. Better looking cross, and again Fox's handling superb. Hutchison going down the right, the cross angled away from the goalkeeper, but he came decisively and caught it cleanly. Long ball forward, catches O'Callaghan offside. Kevin Bond with the free kick. Chapman for Stoke. It took a long time to control that. But here's Evans. McDonald. And now Martin O'Neill. Hutchison's once again clear on the right, and that's a superb ball. Ryan has gone forward now, and the chip was too delicate. Here's Lumsden. Watson gets it clear. And Stoke really under the whip at the moment. Still they lead 1-0. O'Neill, was he fouled? He was, by Dave Watson. Ryan to take it. And headed away by Doyle. Hartford. McDonald. Hartford again. Well, he didn't really know which way to go, so he went short to Ryan. Who finds Francis. Now then, he's got the pace to take players on like that. Oh, and a stinging shot at the end of it, only just wide. So the crowd appreciate that fine piece of opportunism by Trevor Francis. Took the ball away from the defender, and that swinging right foot shot was only a couple of feet wide. More of an hour gone in the second half then, and Stoke, who've been under pressure, still have their lead. Bond clear, straight to Dodd. Ryan, straight to Johnson. Now then, what can Kevin Bond do? He leaves it to Martin O'Neill. Reeves. And that was a good firm challenge, to say the least, by Evans. City still have the ball. McDonald. Reed. Stoke getting so many men back, but Reed really had to try that long-range effort, but it was well off target. And it's not particularly pretty the way Stoke City are defending at the moment, but it's pretty effective. And again, John Bond's face tells the whole story. No words from me are necessary.
Inside him, Lummy.
Ryan. Hutchison. Kevin Bond. Unlucky, but it fell to Hutchison. Harfin asking for it to be played in first time. Watson got it clear. McDonald. O'Neill. Still O'Neill. Hartford. Great effort, actually, because there were a lot of players in front of him. But once again, Fox reacting with lightning speed. O'Neill with the build-up, saw all those red and white stripes in front of him, played it short to Hartford, who picked his spot, but Fox picked the same spot. Good save. McDonald turning it forward. There's a chase on here. Francis against Fox. That is absolute quality finishing. 15 minutes gone in the second half, and Manchester City equalise. And Trevor Francis, a beautiful goal. McDonald turned it forward. It was a race between Francis and Fox. Francis got there first, kept his head, a lovely piece of skill, the lob into the net, 1-1. So now Main Road comes alive, and so too to Manchester City. That magnificent goal by Francis, bringing Manchester City back into the game. But here's Evans for Stoke. He finds Chapman in space. They could have retaliated within seconds with another goal then, Stoke. But it's Manchester City with their tails up now. And the man they have to thank for it, Trevor Francis. Over O'Neill's head. There's Reeves. Watson clear. McDonald did well. Caton. Now Bond. Ryan. There's O'Neill. Good ball into space for Hutchison. He finds Reeves again. The shot always easy for the goalkeeper. That's the fourth successive home game in which Trevor Francis has scored. He's in the mood to win back his England place. And with a goal like that, Ron Greenwood will be very pleased. Bracewell. Oh, Dodd did well. There's Johnson. Now Evans. Bond appealed for offside almost before the ball came over. He was right to do so. Free kick given. City get on with it. Hutchison. Here's Ryan, the age of 34, really enjoying his return to First Division football. An unexpected one it must have been too. Here's O'Neill. Lumsden persistent, and the corner to Manchester City. Almost 32,000 people have braved the cold here today. Most of them eager to see this corner produce another goal for City. Bond got the flick on. O'Neill, superb save by Fox. Well, no wonder O'Neill looks disgusted. Well, he must secretly be very pleased as well, in a sense, with the goalkeeping skills of Fox then. The corner flicked on, O'Neill really got behind it, and Fox produced a magnificent save. Out for the game with the corner. Same tactic. Bond the game with the flick. And the shot from Francis, again blocked by Fox. What a scramble. And Stoke get it clear. Forward towards Lumsden. And Hutchison gets all the way back into his own half to clear. And again they tried a long through ball aimed at Francis, but it didn't come off. Kevin Bond allows it to go behind, and that save moments ago by Fox from Francis was just as important as the one from O'Neill, and just as difficult in a crowded penalty area. Hartford now for City. McDonald. Even Francis, well, he kept it in play all right, but he couldn't do anything with it. Chapman. Caton right behind him. Hartford. O'Neill looks up and sees Hutchison once again hugging that right touchline. Finding Reeves. Reed. Hutchison. O'Neill. Here's Reed. Three-man forward on the edge of the box. Adventurous. Unsuccessful in the end, but unlucky, and the crowd responding to that. Reed, always a player preferred to go at defenders, and was unlucky on that occasion. The ball ran ahead of him. O'Callaghan in timing for that ball with Kevin Bond. He was using his weight illegally, and that's Manchester City's free kick. Johnson got it away. Well, here's Ryan now with Manchester City committing a lot of players forward. McDonald. Didn't quite come off, and Johnson for the umpteenth time whacks it clear. It's very much now a story of Manchester City's pressure and a question of whether Stoke can hold out, or indeed perhaps hit Manchester City on the counter-attack. As Chapman is trying to do now. Caton has never been more than a foot away from him in the whole game and has marked him very well. Callaghan. Lumsden. Came off O'Callaghan and breaks to Bracewell. Might have done better, really. He certainly wasn't far off. It was a lucky deflection that carried the ball into Stoke's path then, and as it was turned on to Bracewell, from that distance he might have at least got a shot on target, but over the bar it went. Doyle beaten by Francis. Here's Reeves. Doyle good enough to get back and throw Reeves off his stride. Asahan. Watson with an easy clearance. Chapman winning it. Todd has gone down the line. And so has Reed. Johnson. Good looking ball that, and Chapman won it. But Corrigan comfortably out to save. Martin O'Neill. Game still very much in the balance, this. Francis for Manchester City. Lovely. Oh, well, it was an ambitious effort. It could still pay off. Here's O'Neill. Hutchison. And the offside flag raised. O'Callaghan had strayed forward. Manchester City know that time is all against them now. Bond's free kick. Reeves' header. Straight to Bracewell. Here's Caton. Hartford. Foul, surely. Yes, given. So Manchester City can pile players forward for this free kick with little more than 60 seconds remaining on the watch. Ryan. Donald has got forward. Headed clear calmly by Doyle. And here's Francis. All 11 Stoke players ahead of him. One of them was Watson. Hartford. Back to Hartford again. So close to a winner. O'Neill and Hartford showing their frustration. The ball turned in. It was flicked by O'Neill into the path of Hartford. A measured shot along the ground, but just wide. And that could be Manchester City's final chance of a win. So, with only seconds remaining, Stoke City, who won maximum points from their 2 league encounters with Manchester City last season, look as though they're going to take a valuable point away again today. Having already lost 3 times to them this season. That's it. Stoke City halt a run of 4 successive defeats, which will please their manager Richie Barker in their first game in the league for 5 weeks. Having taken the lead with a goal by Brendan O'Callaghan, this man, Trevor Francis, ruled it out with a superb goal in the second half. Dave Watson, back on one of his old stamping grounds, had a good game, which will have impressed Ron Greenwood. But Peter Fox, the Stoke goalkeeper, made a couple of fine saves, which enabled Stoke to leave Main Road with a point. The final scoreline, Manchester City 1.